Hello, I'm Badsha. Today, I'm going to make a prediction on how Sky, the Two Embers, is going to play out. The first thing we have to figure out is, what is the Two Embers anyway? If you don't already know, the Two Embers is a prequel show developed by that game company that is set hundreds of years before Sky, Children of the Light. It shows the ancestor spirits when they are still alive, and a new society that we haven't really seen before the Sky Kids even existed. This show is going to release in July, and it will have 2 parts, with each part containing 4 episodes. So we'll probably have previews and trailers on the Sky Festival tech in-game. However, I do not think we will watch the full thing in-game. Instead, it will probably be released on a streaming service, or on YouTube. So, how will each episode play out? How will Hopeful Steward and the Manatee journey across the Sky world? Here's what I'm predicting. First, we go to the world of Sky, and the Ruler's City, which is going to be the main focal point of this entire show. The Ruler's City is divided into 3 sections: the Eden part, the Vault part, and the Wasteland part, but I don't think it's going to be explained like that. Instead, there'll be the Upper City, which is the most technologically advanced, and the home of the Eden Ruler. Next, there'll be the Vault of Knowledge, which is rare and houses a treasure trove of knowledge, but is very secretive and doesn't allow much outsiders. This acts as the main means of travel between the 2 parts of the city, and it's very rare that people can go up or down. And finally, the lower part of the city is in Golden Wasteland, which is the poorest and most militarized. Here, guards patrol the place, and it's a very lawless and harsh society. Next, we see the Hopeful Steward, an orphan on the outskirts of the city. They have a friend, their Manatee, who is doing fine for now. However, we see the Hopeful Steward and Manatee observe a strange new Darkstone sickness, where dark crystals have appeared on the arms and body parts of ancestors. The Vault Elder themselves goes to investigate this, but they do not find an effective solution. At the end of the episode, the lights go dark. The lights have gone fully dark, and the Eden City has become more volatile than ever. We learn that the Eden King has been experimenting with a strange new device, a gigantic Darkstone crystal that steals the souls of light creatures and powers the kingdom. Somehow, the Eden Ruler has become more and more greedy and ambitious, and they have hoarded all the light in the crystal for themselves, while the Darkstone sickness has spreading throughout the Sky world, and darkness and krills spread to the city. This is where we see the city at its lowest. Storms of darkness overwhelm the place, and krills attack any soldier. People try to fight, this is a wasteland war, but there's no use, and the krills ravage all the citizens. Meanwhile, the Hopeful Steward escapes to the shipwreck area. This area is a refuge for them, where they find little particles of light. These particles of light are strange and mysterious, but the Hopeful Steward learns how to use them. By commanding the light, the Hopeful Steward can heal small light creatures. However, the Manatee is infected with a Darkstone sickness, and Hopeful Steward cannot cure them. After a long rest, the episode ends with the 2 of them journeying out further. In episode 3, we see the Hopeful Steward journeying across to a very far off place, where they meet a bearded old person that we see in the trailer. They hug, and the bearded old person sits down with them to have a chat about the lore of the Sky world. The Sky world used to be a glorious place, where light creatures were free to roam, and when the life was about to end, they would migrate upon to the top of the Eden Temple and ascend into orbit, where eventually they will be reborn back again at the Isle of Dawn and start the cycle anew. However, the Eden Ruler would stop the cycle, and instead the Eden Ruler would construct the Darkstone Diamond, the large giant diamond hovering over Eden, and suck all the light of these migrating creatures. Eventually, the ruler became so powerful that they commanded an entire city, and instead of light creatures being able to ascend in peace, darkness started spreading. The Hopeful Steward is scared. However, They thank the person for telling them a lot about the sky world, and they journey on further to discover how to make a candle. This glorious light candle will be the key to solving this darkstone sickness. Eventually, the hopeful steward will be able to heal others with this candle, and eventually they'll be able to slowly heal the manatee as well. The hopeful steward learns, somehow, that they are connected to the Eden King, and they are forced to go all the way back up to Eden in order to confront them. The hopeful steward and the bearded old person, along with the people that the hopeful steward has healed, venture on. And eventually, after a lot of distractions, shenanigans, and strange events, the hopeful steward manages to make it to the Vault of Knowledge, where, to their surprise, they are let in. This is where episode 4 starts. In episode 4, Hopeful Steward enters the Vault of Knowledge, surprisingly, with permission of the Vault Elder. Usually, the Vault does not allow outsiders to enter so easily, but everyone else has been ravaged, and the Vault Elder is desperate for any solution. Vault Elder helps the Hopeful Steward ascend to the Vault of Knowledge. They slowly rise up, and the Hopeful Steward learns a lot about the Sky World. We learn that the Eden Ruler originally had this power of light, the same power of light that Hopeful Steward has discovered through the candle. However, this Eden Ruler used greed and corruption to get as much light as possible, and eventually formed the Eden Diamond to take over the Sky World. The Hopeful Steward decides to confront the Eden Elder directly. They make it to Eden, which is in danger from collapsing. Sadly, the manatee is taken and sucked into the Eden Crystal. The Eden Ruler needs one last light creature in order to fully power the Eden Diamond, and the manatee was right there. Thus, the Hopeful Steward's manatee is sacrificed, thrown into the Eden Diamond, and is a final catalyst for the shattering. The Hopeful Steward and all the elders finally make it up to the top of Eden. Hopeful Steward first tries to convince the Eden King to let go of the ways, as they're both Sky Kids and should be serving the light. However, the Eden King refuses at first. Eventually, after a long confrontation with all the elders and Hopeful Steward, the Hopeful Steward is dejected and runs away, hoping to form their own society, perhaps an aviary village. However, Hopeful Steward's conversation with the Eden Elder inspires a new spark. Seeing the darkness and devastation they have caused, the Eden King and all the elders rise up to stop the Eden Diamond from corrupting itself and shattering. As a last-ditch effort, the king tries to go directly, plunge into the Eden Diamond to stop it from exploding, but it's too late. The Eden Diamond shatters, and we see the sky world slowly collapsing as the Hopeful Steward has run away on a new boat, a new society, a new land, the aviary village. Meanwhile, Eden has collapsed, and rains of darkness has spread through the sky world. The Hopeful Steward is scared, but they know that if they can build a society and survive in the aviary village, they could have more Sky Kids fall and save the sky world from darkness. So yeah, that's my prediction for Sky the Two Embers. It's dark. I love the idea of Hopeful Steward's manatee being sacrificed as the last catalyst for the Eden Diamond. I mean, that's just like poetic and stuff. I don't think the Hopeful Steward's manatee is gonna survive. It's gonna be, I mean, we already see it sick, so I don't think we're gonna see it for very long, if you get what I'm saying. It's going to be really tragic, really sad, but I'm really hoping this prediction, or at least part of it, comes true, because I think it's going to be a really interesting exploration in the sky world. So that's it. What do you think of my prediction? Leave your comments or questions below in the comments, and I'll be able to answer them if needed. See ya!